Maddie. It's early in the morning and the sun has come out. Do you like waking up early in the morning? I love to feel the warm sun and listen to the birds. Can you hear them? In the morning, when the sun comes up, it's light. And at night, when the sun goes down, it's dark. Sometimes in the day, we can't see the sun because it's behind the clouds, but we know it's there because it's daylight. And sometimes at night, if the sky is clear, we can even see the moon and the stars. But how do we have both day and night? Let's find out.
How is it made?
Day and night.
Some people live in the countryside. And some of us live in towns and cities. And all of these are part of a place that we call planet Earth. Earth is lit by the sun, and it's a star that's 91 million miles away. It's a giant ball of glowing hot gas. And that's why you should never look directly at the sun, because it could damage your eyes. To find out how day and night works, we need one of these. It's a model of planet Earth. We call it a globe. And at the top, we have the North Pole. At the bottom is the South Pole. And the line that runs around the middle is called the equator. Now, there are lots of countries on Earth. Do you know what country you live in?
Right now, we're in the United Kingdom, just here.
And look, down here we have South Africa. There's India. And right on the other side of the globe, we have Australia. There's an invisible pole that runs all the way through the Earth, from the top to the bottom. And the Earth spins around this pole. It's called the axis. Shall we see it spin around? Here it goes. Whee! But to find out how we get day and night, we're going to need something else. I'm going to use this lamp as our sun and shine it directly at our Earth. For this next bit, I'm going to turn the lamp on and get the rest of the lights off. Can you see what's happening to the Earth? The sun, our lamp, is shining on one side of the Earth. So here, on this side of the Earth, it's light, which means it's daytime. And on this side of the Earth, where it's dark, we say it's nighttime.
But the sun doesn't move. So how does it appear in the day and go away again at night?
Well, to help us, I've got a mini Maddie, and I'm going to stick her right here in the UK. And right now, the sun is shining on the UK, which means it's daytime. The sun isn't shining on the countries around this side of the Earth because the light can't reach. So when it's daytime here in the UK, on the other side of the Earth, it's nighttime. But remember, the Earth is constantly spinning. So as we turn, you go from day to night.
Can you see Mini Maddie going into the nighttime?
And it takes 24 hours to make one full turn. That's the same amount of time it takes you to get up in the morning, to when we go to sleep at night, to when you get up again the next day. Well, it's almost the end of the day. The Earth has been turning and the sun is just about to set over there. But because we can't feel the Earth turning, I've set up my special time-lapse camera so that we can see it happening. A time-lapse is when we record something that happens really slowly, but when we watch it back, it will look as if it's happening much faster. So let's set this to record and see what happens.
Can you see my camera screen flashing? That's because it's taking a photo every single second. So when we play it back, we can see the Earth turning away from the sun. Remember, the sun doesn't move. It's the Earth rotating away from the sun. and that makes the sun disappear so that we go from day to night.
I loved finding out about night and day. What was your favourite bit?
Do you remember what the invisible line is called that runs through the Earth? That's right, it's called an axis. Did you hear the birds when I was walking through the field? Did you see the way the sun only shines on one side of the Earth, so we get day and night?
The sun doesn't just give us light, it gives us heat too. But did you know that the energy from the sun can be used to make electricity? But to make electricity from the sun's energy, we need a special piece of equipment. And it looks like this. No, it's not a spinning toy. We're looking at the part on top. Do you know what that's called? That's right, it's a solar panel. And a solar panel turns the sun's energy into electricity that we can use. And you see solar panels in lots of different places, like on this toy, on garden lights. You might have even seen them on the roof of a house. But do you know, how does a solar panel turn the energy from the sun into electricity? How does that work? Let's find out.
How does it work?
Solar panels.
To find out how a solar panel works, I've come to a solar farm! This solar farm is 30 acres. That's so big, you could fit 272 tennis courts inside it. You should never touch or go near a solar panel, but Mark's given me special permission to be here and show you how they work. Whoa, look at all of these solar panels. There are hundreds in this line alone, and altogether they are called an array of solar panels. But this large rectangle here, that's one solar panel. And can you see, inside it, there are 60 smaller squares. Each of those is called a cell. But I think it looks like a giant waffle.
Inside each cell is a special material called silicon. And this is what helps catch energy from the sun.
Can you see how shiny the surface is? That's because it's covered in a layer of glass, just like the glass you'd see in a window at home. But we say that it's transparent, and that means that the sunlight can shine through the glass onto the dark blue cell underneath.
And to see those important cells working,
I've got one of my special cameras. This is a thermal imaging camera, and it shows us how hot or cold things are using different colours. Look, the solar panels are red and yellow. That means they're really warm.
and everything that is green or blue is colder.
But why do you think the solar panels are warm? You might think it's because it's a hot, sunny day, but actually it's because the cells are working hard to create electricity. But to understand how all of this works, I think we need to take a closer look.
Inside the solar cell are two different types of silicon sandwiched together. On top is the negative silicon. It has extra particles called electrons. On the bottom is the positive silicon. It has extra holes. Energy from the sun is made up of tiny particles called photons. When a photon hits the silicon cell, the electrons can move around. The free electrons are knocked out of the positive layer, moving across into the negative layer. The electrons move along, making an electric current. The electric current flows out along the panel to the inverter, and it's taken away in underground cables for us to use.
Wasn't that interesting? Can you hear that sound? That whirring. Well, that is the sound of the electric current moving from the junction boxes to the inverter and eventually to the transformer, where the current is made bigger so that we can use it in our homes. But we can't see the electricity being used, can we? I've got some things that might help. All of these toys are powered by the sun, and each of them has its own solar panel. But instead of making electricity and sending it elsewhere, the toys use the electricity to move. We've got a train set, spinning chairs, a fire truck, and even a plane. Watch what happens when I cover the plane's solar panel. Did you see that? The propeller stopped moving, and that's because these tiny solar panels work in the same way as the big ones do here at the solar farm. They use the sun's energy to create electricity, and that will make the propeller spin. So if I cover the solar panel, it's no longer able to make electricity and the propeller stops. And even a tiny solar panel like that one is able to make enough energy to spin that propeller.
But at this solar farm, there are over 20,000 solar panels. So I've got another special camera to help us see them.
This is my special 360 camera, and it lets us see all around us at the same time. I've put this 360 camera on a very long pole, and I've connected it to a phone screen so that we get to see all around us really high up. Let's take a look.
Wow, look at all those solar panels glisten in the sunshine.
All of the solar panels here could make enough electricity to power around 1,600 homes. That was so interesting. What was your favourite bit about finding out how solar panels work?
Do you remember the name of the material inside the solar panels? That's right, it's called silicon. Did you hear the whirring noise that the transformer made? And did you see all around the solar farm on my special 360-degree camera?
So the next time you see a solar panel, you'll know how it works to turn the sun's energy into electricity. And now you know why here on Earth it's light during the day and dark at night. Talking of which, I think the sun is going to set soon. I better get home before it's dark. I'll see you next time.
There are lots of things